Are you looking for the best 4K gaming GPUs? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best 4K gaming GPUs on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. ROG Astral GeForce RTX 5080 OC. When it comes to our top choice for 4K gaming, we've gone with one of the best cards available right now, but not quite the flagship. The RTX 5080 is the choice to go for, since it doesn't quite have the price tag of the RTX 5090, while still providing some excellent performance at 4K. It's packed with 10,752 CUDA cores, with a base clock of 2.3 GHz and a boost clock to 2.62 GHz in the FE model, while custom cards like the Astral overclock it further with a rate of 2.79 GHz. But when it comes to 4K, a lot of the performance will come from the VRAM setup of the card. It features 16 GB of GDDR7, utilizing the fast memory chips that are clocked at 30 gigabits per second. This leads to an impressive bandwidth of 960 GB per second, which can easily handle the higher-end resolution and massive pixels it has to load onto it. Even more so if you want to do more than just gaming on the card, as creative workloads and can enjoy this too. That does come with a steep price, in terms of both MSRP and TBP of the GPU. It has a $999 price tag from NVIDIA, but custom models easily jump beyond that with their OC and extra features they add on, such as this Astral card costing over $1,700 as of writing. But as we saw in our review of the ROG RTX 5080, it is easily capable of 4K gaming. Such as in Cyberpunk on ultra settings and no upscaling, it averaged 75 frames per second at 4K, with ray tracing dropping that to 36 in the rather graphically intensive game. Being on the Blackwell range, though, you do get access to DLSS 4 and frame generation that can boost this further. Number 2. ASUS Prime RX 9070 XT OC. On the other hand, AMD is a strong contender for 4K gaming too. Even if the RDNA 4 range isn't competing with NVIDIA's flagship cards, it is an excellent option in terms of value. The RX 9070 XT is the leader in the pack and received great praise at its release as a true competitor in pricing, as it seems to keep rising. In it, you can find 4,096 streaming processors, not quite comparable to NVIDIA's more prominent CUDA setup, but it is great for gaming in its own right. Even in this latest generation, it has made great strides in ray tracing and creative workflows, making it a more flexible and perspective option. These cores also have a base clock of 1,660 MHz, with a boost of up to 2,970 MHz, but a game clock of 2,400 MHz and a more likely rate in general. But the custom card of the ASUS Prime is capable of boosting to 3,010 and 2,460 MHz for a slight increase over AMD's range. It does match the 5080 in its memory capacity, as it offers 16 GB. However, it does save costs by using the older GDDR6 version and so only clocks at 20 gigabits per second, which produces a bandwidth of 640 GB per second instead. But that might not be too detrimental to its performance, as it also comes with a 304W board power and an MSRP of $599, offering a cheaper alternative to the NVIDIA pick. In our review of the ASUS Prime RX 9070 XT OC, we assessed its performance. Such as in F124, it averaged 75 frames per second at 4K. In Cyberpunk 2077, that became 61 frames per second. Indiana Jones averaged 101 frames per second, AC Mirage averaged 98 frames per second, Horizon Zero Dawn averaged 100 frames per second, and CS2 averaged 110 frames per second. Number 3. MSI GeForce RTX 5090 SUPRIM SOC. Now, if you're looking for smooth performance with higher refresh rates and reaching 144 Hz, even at 4K, you'll want the best of the range. In this case, that's the RTX 5090 with the full potential of the RTX 50 series on the consumer level, and you have to dig deep into your wallet for it. With an MSRP of $1,999 but a market price way beyond, it's not an easy pickup. For that price, you get 21,760 CUDA cores, which is significantly more than the previous generation offered. While the base clock remains low at 2010 MHz and the boost clock is 2407 MHz, the SUPRIM increases it further to 2565 MHz. Additionally, it improves its memory setup by opting for 32 GB of GDDR7, which boosts both capacity and speed. Since it is clocked at 28 gigabits per second, it enables an astounding bandwidth of 1.79 terabytes per second, making it the go-to for any gaming and tasks, including AI. It also pushes the power limits, as it has a TBP of 575 W, requiring a substantial 1000 WPSU to get it running, which further increases the costs. In our review of the RTX 5090, we got to see just how powerful a GPU it is. In gaming, ASUS Mirage averaged 149 frames per second, Cyberpunk 2077 averaged 110 frames per second with RT achieving 60 frames per second, Doom Eternal averaged 387 frames per second, Indiana Jones averaged 190 frames per second, F124 averaged 135 frames per second, CS2 averaged 311 frames per second, and Horizon Zero Dawn averaged 152 frames per second, all at 4K at the highest settings. Number 4. ASUS ROG Strix RTX 4090 OC. NVIDIA's GeForce RTX 4090 is nothing short of a monster, representing the pinnacle of the Ada Lovelace architecture. We loved the card in our RTX 4090 review as it made light work of both our AAA game benchmarks and the more demanding synthetic benchmarks such as Firestrike Ultra, which stress test the card at 4K. Under the hood, there's a commendable 24 GB GDDR6X memory paired with a whopping 16,384 cores that are, in turn, home to 76,300 million transistors. In layman's terms, this card is an absolute monster. When you add to the fact that our testing is done in native 4K without DLSS 3.0 enabled, you begin to see just how much power the 4090 has. Beyond its gaming supremacy, the RTX 4090 demonstrates versatility. For creators, professionals, and multitaskers, this GPU shines, delivering impeccable performance in demanding tasks like 3D rendering, video editing, and more. So, if you're a content creator by day and a gamer by night, the RTX 4090 has got your back. The downside? All of that performance comes at an even steeper price. Number 5. PNY NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5060T. The PNY RTX 5060T 16GB ARGB overclocked is a future-ready GPU that delivers outstanding performance, cool operation, and eye-catching aesthetics, all in a compact 2-slot design. Whether you're gaming, streaming, editing, or diving into AI workloads, this card over-delivers at its price point. Armed with DLSS 4, next-gen RT cores, and a generous 16 GB of VRAM, the 5060T handles modern AAA games at 1440p with ease, and even holds its own in 4K with DLSS enabled. Ray tracing is smoother than ever, and DLSS 4's frame generation tech brings a tangible boost in fluidity, ideal for fast-paced shooters and RPGs alike. Multitaskers and creators will love the 16 GB memory buffer, making this a great choice for content creation, 3D rendering, video editing, or AI workflows. The triple fan design keeps temps low and noise levels even lower. PNY's thermal solution is efficient, well-built, and extremely quiet, even under heavy load. Overclocking headroom is solid thanks to the improved thermal headroom, and the fans intelligently ramp up only when needed. The PNY GeForce RTX 5060T 16GB ARGB is a perfect sweet spot GPU for serious gamers and power users who want next-gen performance, rock-solid cooling, and stunning aesthetics without stepping into ultra-premium pricing. If you're building a high-performance rig for 1440p/4K gaming, creative work, or AI experimentation, this card punches well above its weight and looks amazing doing it.